Tyler, I mean, an amazing game. Of course, 5 touchdowns, 374 yards. How does it feel to be able to get a big game like this under your belt to start the season going forward?
I mean, it's not me. It was the entire offensive line. They protected me all day, gave me so much time to throw. Receivers did a great job getting open, catching the ball, making plays after they caught the ball. All around, total unit together game we played today. So I'm proud of the guys and proud of the way we played today.
Tyler, you talked a lot about how this offense, you're going to have more freedom. Looked like today you audibled or at least changed maybe some plays. I'm just curious how often you did that and maybe some of the big plays that you guys were able to get out of that.
Yeah, I gave a few routes and plays and checked around a couple times. So I think Coach Dawson called a great game today. Took shots when we needed to, knew when to take shots, knew when to run the ball. So overall, great game by him, calm plays. So just got to keep it going.
Games like this, I know you're going to give credit to everyone around you, offensive line, receivers, all of that, but what kind of confidence do you gain after having a game like this, especially with what you went through last year and working your way back and all that stuff?
Yeah, it gives me a lot of confidence. Last year, it's not the way I pictured everything to go. So it gives me a lot of confidence the way I played today. The people around me helped me a lot get to that confidence level. So, it's only game 2. We still got another 10 games, hopefully more after that. We just got to keep it going.
How important was that last drive right before halftime when you guys go down the field in like 50 seconds? And I guess is a drive like that really satisfying when you see the offense?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, very satisfying. I think we had less than a minute. I don't think we even had any timeout. So we practice that scenario all the time in practice, 2-minute drill. So just get the ball out of your hands, don't take a sack, make plays.
Tyler, what was the message for the team when you got down 14-3? Did you say anything to the team, or what was going through your head when you guys were facing that big deficit?
Yeah, I think last year we would have quit, honestly. We're a totally different team. The leaders stepped up, players stepped up, held each other accountable the entire offseason, told each other we can't give up in big games like this. We just fought the entire time, even with the muff punt, the block punt, when we were down 10-0 early. So just the way we fought through that adversity, that's something we really wanted to work on this year. And that was a perfect moment for that to happen, and we fought through it.
Tyler, you faced Texas A&M a year ago. Was there anything that you saw from last year that you were able to apply this year, knowing that Jimbo Fisher's still the head coach and that there might have been certain things that you could apply?
Yeah, they played very similar defense. I knew they were going to try to stop the run and make me throw the ball a little bit, make the receivers beat them in coverage. So obviously a great team. I think that, like Coach Crispo said, I think they're 100% a better team than they were a year ago. I just think the way we came out, worked this entire offseason, and put all things together, I think we just dominated the performance today.
Tyler, you mentioned
out of the 5 TDs you threw, was any stand out as far as something you had to do or you saw in the defense and got into the right player? Any of them stand out?
I just think the last one, they were moving the ball a lot, trying to score, throwing the ball a lot, and we had to get another touchdown. So that just put the icing on the cake right there, the T-bone and Jacolby.
Tyler, just kind of similar question, but the couple of the earlier touchdowns, the one where Colby kind of came across the line, and the one where Jacolby kind of came back into the backfield. What were those play calls like? You already complimented Shannon Dawson, but can you kind of walk us through those plays? Yeah,
that defensive line is huge. Texas A&M. They bring all the D-line in when you're inside the 5-yard line. So we knew we had to run some play action stuff and get them out of ordinary. So we had to throw the ball a little bit inside the 5. And both great play calls right there.
Tyler, you talked about the confidence side of it. The physical side, it seemed like you were just, putting the ball in the right place, how well it's hit the ball. Do you feel your best physically, maybe that you've been in a while? Are you at that point?
I feel accuracy-wise, I'm the best I've ever been. Seeing the defense, I'm the best I've ever been. I'm seeing it really well right now. And like you said, the confidence is a big thing there. And give credit to all my teammates that helped me get to where I am today.
We'll do a couple more for Tyler.
Tyler, you've been here for 4 years. Been through some highs, a lot of lows. What do you think a win tonight means for this program?
Yeah, it means a lot. It shows how hard we worked this offseason. It shows how this is a player-led team. All leaders came together, told each other, "This is not happening again. We're not being 5-7. fight through that adversity and win those games. I think tonight was just the first step in showing the world what we have to prove. 10 more games, so this is only the beginning.
And then with Cam getting hurt at the end of the game, just what are you going to have to do as a team to kind of regroup? And hopefully, Mario said he seems like he's going to be okay, but just very scary moment.
Hopefully he's okay. I mean, prayers up for Cam. I mean, he's the heart and soul of this program. I mean, he really is.
Tyler, do you feel a signature win like now will hopefully boost the crowds up by the end of the year? Knowing this is a statement game earlier.
That's let me finish the.
I'm sorry.
Cam, it's all right. Yeah, he's the heart and soul, like I said. Main leader of the team. Brings it every day in practice, makes us work. So hopefully he's okay.
Did you see what happened, Tyler? When that happened?
Yeah, I know. Quarterback tried to fit into a tight window, and he just trying to make a play on the ball. I think his head got caught up a little bit on the guy. So hopefully he's okay.
Awesome.
Okay, yeah, I'm sorry to interrupt.
I'll wrap up this question.
Okay, anyways, you think a signature like this early against Texas A&M will hopefully allow you to have a bigger crowd later on as the year goes on? Local fans get to know you?
Yeah, for sure. I think it brings a lot of confidence to the program. I think when Miami wins, I mean, it attracts a lot of attention to the city. Yeah, just got to keep winning. Only game 2, like I said, so 10 more games left.
Jacolby, obviously, game had a bit of a rough start for you. You come back and score 3 touchdowns. What does it mean to you to kind of be able to, pull it off at the end there?
It mean a lot because the little punt return, it brought me down and my teammates brought me up and I did what I did.
Just take us through that last touchdown. Tyler said it was the one he was kind of rubbing.
Yeah, I knew they were just I knew the corners, they couldn't guard me, so I just went deep and I just fought to get in the end zone.
And the touchdown before that, a little bit of a funky play call where you're in the backfield. I mean, what did you see on that play? And what when you run that play in practice, what are you thinking about it? Obviously, it's a little bit out of the ordinary.
I feel like the linemen was the reason I scored because they had got their blocks and it's just an easy touchdown for me.
How satisfying all the work you've been putting in the wide receiver room, yourself, Restrepo, Tyler, you guys all seem to mix it all together, make things happen today.
I feel like everybody in the receiver room is putting in work and the world's finally seeing it now. It's like what we've been doing. We've been working hard and we're just ready to keep working.
Does it mean any more knowing the type of guys that are on the other side of the field, Texas A&M, big time recruits, big time bodies, big time athletes? Does it mean any more with a win like this?
I feel like it doesn't matter who it is or who's in front of us. We just gonna work and do our best to come out with a great outcome.
Jacolby, which one was your favorite of your 3 touchdowns?
It gotta be the last one.
Are you going to think about that post route that unfortunately didn't get in that group as well?
Yeah, I should have had that one.
What with the punt return or the punt boys?
Yes.
What happened on that one? Was it just bad decision, or you just?
I didn't fall back on my details and I just got sloppy. The next time I'll get back on my details and catch it.
What did the coaches tell you about that one?
They just told me the next play, move on. We still got more game left.
And how did the players make you feel better? You said it would make you feel better.
They kept telling me next play, move on. We're gonna make up for it. I did.
Hey Jacolby, there's a video from the locker room of Coach Cristobal dancing. How are his dance moves?
His dance was really good.
Jacolby, what is a win like this against a team like Texas A&M say about the progress that this program has made?
I feel like the win speaks for itself. Like we're putting in the work and we're just ready to show the world that we're back.
Anything else for Jacolby? Jacolby, as Tyler threw for 5 touchdowns, led you guys to more than 45 points tonight. I mean, what did you see that made him so uniquely in his leading of the offense, and what has inspired you most about him so far this season?
Tyler did great tonight, and I feel like he knew like he can trust us, and we'll have his back.
When Tony gets in the groove like that in the huddle, can you tell that he's in the groove? Is he different in the huddle once he gets in the groove like that?
For sure, Tyler, like once he's locked in, and we're all on the same page. There's no stopping us.
Jacolby, last question for Jacolby. X said that the culture is at an all-time high. Can you
really kind of explain from your perspective how there's been a culture shift at Miami?
Because I feel like it all starts with Cam. Cam, he's our leader, and he pushes everybody to be the best, and we're praying for him right now.
Xavier, you've been through so much last year and everything. How does it feel to come out of this game, such a big game for the program, and be able to do what you did today?
For sure. I mean, you know, whenever I have an opportunity to step on the field, never take it for granted. So that's always a plus and just a blessing to be able to run out with my brothers and get a really big W over a good team. I mean, they are a really, really good team, and we just executed well tonight and made more good plays than bad plays.
Xavier, you've been here for a while. You've been through some high school with the program. What do you think a win like this means for the team?
I mean, it just gives us confidence, you know. It's as simple as that. I mean, we know what we got, and this just like puts the icing on the top of the cake, you know. We've been working hard all summer, all spring, all the way from January right till the season ended, all the way to, you know, now. So it's kind of like it's paying off. It's expected, you know what I'm saying? We did a lot of work, and I mean, the culture is at an all-time high right now, so that's also a big thing.
Xavier, do you feel like you've been put in a better position schematically this year than last year?
I mean, all offensive coordinators are different. Coach Dawson, again, is an amazing offensive coordinator, as you can see from tonight. Never a doubt with what play call he has, or, again, I know I've said it in a couple of interviews, but, you know, we trust him a lot, and he trusts the hell out of us. Excuse my language. He trusts us a lot. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, when you have that bond with the offensive coordinator, as players, your offense is very dangerous.
Last week you guys had, I think, 4 running backs all go for like 40, 50 yards. Today, 4 receivers go for 50 plus. Just what does it say about what you guys can do as an offense?
I mean, when somebody scores, you know, no matter if they have 1 yard or 100 yards, I'm pretty sure if you go watch the film, everybody's jumping on the sideline. You know, it's a type of, you know, everybody eats kind of room right now. We're so unselfish, and that's a big part of, you know, being successful, is just being super unselfish. Talked with the guys, and, you know, that's all we're talking about is, you know, just let's win. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, win's the best feeling. So, yeah.
Xavier, what was the attitude like on the sideline? Because at the beginning of the game, you know, a few mistakes, block punt, left punt, a few other penalties, whatever. What was the attitude like among the players during that part of the game?
For sure. I mean, the attitude was just, we got to win this game. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, we were always in, you know, fight mode. And I know, like, when the defense gets a big stop, I'm looking at, you know, 20 at James, and I'm looking like, let's go. You know what I'm saying? And when we get a big play, we come to the sideline, man, I can't even count how many taps I get on my helmet or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's just really a brotherly love team. Again, culture has an all-time high. I mean, we're just playing really well right now and playing together.
Xavier, you obviously play on special teams as well as on the wide receiver. How do you like the way both what you saw tonight, you know, had a tough time in the first half of the special teams, but rebounded nicely in the second half?
For sure. I mean, it shows no quit in our team, and that's the biggest thing. We made a couple mistakes, but, you know, that doesn't define us, who we are as a special team unit and as a team. I mean, Coach is doing a great job coaching us on special teams, and, you know, we just got to execute a little bit better, and those mistakes will lessen.
Can you talk about 2 of your big plays, the seam route down the middle that went for like 45 yards, and the block that you made on the kickoff return where you annihilated the kicker?
For sure. I mean, it's a great play call by Coach Dawson, great execution by Tyler, by all the other receivers. You know, like, it's not so much about the big plays, about what else happened during the play. I mean, I felt like I had all day. I felt like I could have went to sleep and woke up and then still ran my route with the O-line, you know what I'm saying? O-line was blocking incredible tonight. And I mean, I was just doing my job. Coach says, you know, run the return like you got the ball. I ran it, and there was a kicker on the way, so I just decided to hit him, I guess.
We'll do a couple more frames.
Great game, first of all.
Thank you.
How you talked a little bit about Cam and how scary that there were a lot of minutes there, and a coach said something that he thinks he's going to be okay, but just tell us what's going on.
For sure. I mean, as soon as he went down, I've been praying for him ever since. You know, one of the main leaders on this team. You know, we've all fall behind him, and I mean, I just hope he's okay. I know the coach said that he has got good good things said about him right now, but I mean, I just pray he's okay, and I mean, I'm gonna hop on FaceTime whenever he does get okay, and you know, just let him know that we love him, we've been praying for him, and that we're here for him.
Did you see what happened there? Did you see?
I saw the outcome of the play, but I didn't see exactly what happened.
Xavier, you mentioned that the culture is at an all-time high. Just what has gone into the formation of this culture?
Excuse me, sorry.
Just what has gone into, or what are some of the things that has led to the formation of this culture that you said that's at an all-time high?
Players stepping up. You know, last year it was kind of like the coaches had more energy than the players. And this year, I mean, you know, we all sat down the first day of spring training camp, and we're like, look, this is our team. It's not the coaches' team. The coaches tell us what to do, but this is our team. So a lot of guys gathered up, and you know, we just took account for ourselves, and I mean, it worked.
You said that there's a lot more accountability between you guys as players than there was on last year's team?
For sure, for sure.